Have you ever wondered why your legs don't feel as strong as they used to? Why walking up the stairs feels heavier? Or why standing up from a chair takes longer than it should? For many older adults, it's easy to blame age. But the truth is, the food on your plate, specifically the type of meat you eat, might be quietly weakening your legs day after day. As a senior with decades of experience and deep knowledge of how our bodies change with time, I can tell you this with certainty. What you eat directly impacts how you walk, move, and live. Today, we're going to uncover 7 types of meat that are secretly destroying leg strength in older adults. This isn't meant to scare you, but to wake you up and help you take back control of your health. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Processed deli meats. Ham, salami, bologna. There's something comforting about a ham sandwich or a few slices of salami. Familiar, easy, and quick. But for older adults, especially those over 60, these processed deli meats might be silently working against your body. They look harmless in the fridge, but beneath that shiny plastic wrap is a powerful threat to your leg strength and independence. Deli meats like ham, salami, and bologna are packed with nitrates, sodium, and chemical preservatives. These ingredients aren't just hard to pronounce, they're hard on your heart, your blood vessels, and your joints. Over time, the heavy salt content tightens your arteries, making it harder for blood to flow freely to your lower body. Poor circulation means your legs don't get the oxygen they need to stay strong and stable. Even more alarming, the nitrates in processed meats are known to trigger chronic inflammation, especially in the knees, hips, and ankles. That swelling you feel in your joints? The morning stiffness that seems to last longer every year? That could be your lunch meat talking. Inflammation eats away at cartilage, stiffens muscles, and makes every step more painful than the last. Over time, your legs begin to lose their tone, strength, and function, not because of age alone, but because of what's quietly been building up in your body. And let's not forget, these meats offer very little in terms of real nutrition. Instead of supporting your muscle health, they load your body with toxins that force your immune system to work overtime. Your energy drops, your legs tire faster, and a simple walk to the mailbox begins to feel like a chore. If you've been wondering why your legs feel heavier lately, or why it's harder to get up from a chair without holding on to something, your deli meats might be the silent culprit. But what's even more dangerous than processed meats? You might be surprised to learn that a classic American favorite could be next on the list, and it's served hot, crispy, and coated in golden crumbs. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Fried chicken. For many of us, fried chicken is more than just food. It's tied to memories. Family dinners, summer picnics, warm Sunday afternoons. But while the taste brings comfort, the truth hiding behind that crispy coating is far less kind to your aging body, especially your legs. Fried chicken is typically soaked in oil, battered, and deep fried in fats that are anything but heart-friendly. These oils, often reused in restaurants and fast food joints, contain trans fats and oxidized compounds that your body simply can't process well, especially as you age. These unhealthy fats clog your arteries and cause systemic inflammation, attacking the very muscles and joints you depend on for movement. You may not feel the damage overnight, but over time, these meals contribute to plaque buildup in your blood vessels, making it harder for your heart to pump blood down to your lower limbs. Your legs begin to suffer first. Numbness, cold feet, fatigue, and even muscle cramps after short walks. The golden crunch on the outside of that chicken might be stealing the strength from your legs, one bite at a time. What's even more troubling is that fried chicken often lacks essential nutrients that seniors need to maintain muscle mass, things like lean protein, magnesium, and potassium. Instead of nourishing your legs, it burdens them. Your body fights inflammation while your muscles quietly shrink, your joints ache, and your mobility slips away. And while occasional indulgence might seem harmless, the habit of eating fried chicken weekly, or worse, daily, can lead to long-term consequences like peripheral artery disease, chronic joint pain, and a weakened lower body that no longer feels like your own. So before you reach for that drumstick, ask yourself, is this flavor worth the pain in your knees, the heaviness in your steps, or the growing fear of falling? But what if the danger isn't always deep fried? What if it's hiding in your breakfast plate, sizzling in a pan with a smell you've loved since childhood? 3. Bacon. The smell of bacon in the morning is almost irresistible. It's nostalgic, taking you back to warm kitchens, family breakfasts, and simpler times. But as comforting as bacon may feel to the heart, it's quietly doing the opposite to your actual heart and your legs. Bacon is more than just salty and savory. It's a concentrated source of sodium, saturated fats, and dangerous preservatives like nitrates and nitrites. These chemicals, often added to enhance flavor and shelf life, are known to promote chronic inflammation. And in older adults, inflammation is the silent destroyer of mobility. It stiffens joints, aggravates arthritis, and disrupts the delicate balance your legs rely on for strength and stability. Over time, eating bacon regularly contributes to the narrowing of arteries, especially those that supply blood to your lower extremities. When blood can't flow freely, your legs feel tired, heavy, and cold. That tingling or numbness in your feet, that's not just aging. It could be a signal that your circulation is being compromised. The very meat you enjoy at breakfast could be chipping away at your independence, bite by bite. Bacon also plays a role in fluid retention, leading to swelling in the ankles and calves, making walking or even standing for long periods uncomfortable. Combine that with decreased muscle function due to poor protein quality, and you have a recipe for declining leg strength that sneaks up over months and years. It's a hard truth to swallow. Something that feels like a small pleasure can carry a long-term cost. But being honest with ourselves about these choices isn't about guilt. It's about empowerment, about choosing to protect the freedom to move, to walk confidently, and to remain active into our later years. And just when you think bacon might be the worst offender, there's another culprit, often served at backyard barbecues or sporting events. Grilled, quick, and easy, but far more damaging than most seniors ever realize. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Sausages and hot dogs. There's something deeply American about sausages sizzling on a grill or a hot dog at a ball game. These meats are tied to moments of joy, picnics, family cookouts, summer traditions that warm the heart. But behind the familiar flavors lies a troubling truth. Sausages and hot dogs are some of the most harmful meats for your aging legs, and the damage they cause often goes unnoticed until it's too late. These meats are highly processed, made not from clean cuts of meat, but from a mix of low quality scraps, fat, fillers, and chemical preservatives. Every bite delivers an overload of sodium, nitrates, phosphates, and artificial additives that put immense strain on your circulatory system. The result? Swollen joints, inflamed tissues, and poor blood flow, all of which slowly drain strength from your legs, leaving you feeling tired, unsteady, and at risk of falls. Hot dogs and sausages may seem like convenient sources of protein, but they lack the quality nutrients your body truly needs to preserve muscle. Instead of rebuilding tissue, they promote muscle breakdown and fluid retention. Many seniors experience painful cramps, stiffness, and heavy legs after eating salty, over-processed meats like these, and chalk it up to age. But in truth, the cause may be far more preventable. Even worse, these meats often worsen chronic conditions such as hypertension, arthritis, and type 2 diabetes, all of which are linked to reduced leg function. The legs, which carry your body every day, begin to weaken quietly. And one day, you may realize the stairs seem steeper, the sidewalk longer, and getting up from your chair more difficult than ever before. So before you toss another sausage on the grill or microwave a quick hot dog, ask yourself, is this convenience worth risking the strength that keeps you independent? 6. But what if the danger isn't just in processed meats? What if it's lurking in something many seniors keep in the pantry? Something with a long shelf life, easy to prepare, and surprisingly toxic to your legs? 5. Canned meats, Spam, canned ham, corned beef. There's a certain practicality to canned meats. For many seniors, they bring back memories of rationing, frugality, and making meals stretch during hard times. Spam, canned ham, corned beef. These foods once represented survival, even comfort. But what once nourished us in the past may now be quietly stealing our strength, especially in the legs we depend on every day. Canned meats are engineered for shelf life, not for health. They are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and stabilizers, substances that disrupt the body's balance over time. For older adults, these hidden ingredients cause more than just bloating or discomfort. They contribute to fluid retention, especially in the lower limbs, causing your legs to feel swollen, stiff, and unbearably heavy. Every time you eat these meats, your kidneys and heart work overtime to manage the flood of salt and chemical additives. This strain leads to poor circulation, reduced muscle nourishment, and over time, weakened leg function. You may begin to notice that your walks are shorter, your steps slower, and the once simple act of standing becomes harder than it used to be. And unlike fresh protein sources, canned meats offer little nutritional value. Their protein content is often compromised by processing, while the high fat content adds to inflammation in joints and soft tissues. The result is a silent erosion of mobility, one that doesn't announce itself with a single dramatic moment, but rather with a steady loss of confidence and physical independence. It's easy to see these foods as convenient, even nostalgic. But in our later years, every meal matters more than ever. Choosing canned meats for ease might seem harmless, until the day your legs no longer respond the way they once did. But not all dangers come in a can. Some are beautifully prepared, served on fine plates, and considered a delicacy. Yet, beneath their surface, they hold a deeper risk for seniors who value strength and mobility. 6. Lamb, especially fatty cuts. For many, lamb is seen as a luxurious meat, rich in flavor, tender on the tongue, and often reserved for holidays or special dinners. Its deep aroma and hearty texture offer a sense of comfort and tradition. But what most seniors don't realize is that behind this elegance lies a heavy burden, one that slowly weighs down the legs and puts your strength at serious risk. Particularly the fatty cuts is incredibly high in saturated fats. While the body needs some fat to function, in excess, especially in aging bodies, clogs arteries, raises bad cholesterol, and contributes to a condition known as atherosclerosis. This is when your arteries harden and narrow, preventing your legs from getting the oxygen rich blood they need to move freely and recover from everyday strain. The consequences creep in gradually. You might first notice a bit more fatigue during your morning walk, then a strange tightness in your calves after just a few steps. Later, maybe a lingering soreness in your thighs that doesn't go away as quickly as it used to. These are not just signs of aging, they're early warnings that your legs are starving for circulation, weighed down by poor dietary choices. What makes lamb especially risky for seniors is its inflammatory nature. The fatty tissue doesn't just block blood flow, it triggers the immune system to react, causing swelling in the joints, particularly in the knees and hips. Over time, this chronic inflammation reduces your range of motion and slowly eats away at the strength you've worked your whole life to preserve. It's easy to see lamb as a healthier red meat, but make no mistake, it can quietly drain your vitality if eaten too often or in large portions. Choosing leaner, cleaner meats can help protect the freedom to stand tall, walk strong, and live fully. But before we finish, there's one final meat to discuss. It's not gourmet and it's not traditional, but it's everywhere and possibly the most harmful of them all. 7. Fast food meats, burgers, nuggets, meat patties. They're everywhere, on every corner, on every highway, in every small town and big city. Fast food meats are fast, cheap, and addictive. A burger on the go, a few chicken nuggets for a quick lunch, or a meat patty tucked inside a soft bun. These choices feel harmless, even comforting. But for older adults, especially those over 60, these meats may be the most dangerous of all when it comes to maintaining leg strength and overall mobility. What makes fast food meats so harmful isn't just what they contain, but what they lack. These meats are usually made from the lowest quality cuts, ground together with fillers, additives, preservatives, and artificial flavorings that have little to no nutritional value. The protein content, while advertised proudly, is often stripped of the essential amino acids your body needs to build and maintain muscle, especially in the legs, where strength is critical to balance, walking, and independence. Even more concerning, these meats are typically deep fried or grilled on industrial surfaces, soaked in cheap oils, high in trans fats, and overloaded with sodium. Every bite contributes to chronic inflammation, increased blood pressure, and poor circulation, all of which directly impact the muscles and joints in your lower body. Over time, fast food doesn't just weigh you down. It robs you of the strength to move freely, to rise without effort, to climb stairs without fear. The cycle is quiet, but relentless. One burger turns into a habit. One habit turns into fatigue, and before you realize it, your legs ache, your steps shorten, and your confidence fades. You may blame age, but in truth, it's the food that's been slowly working against you. And while fast food meats may be the final item on this list, the story doesn't end here. Because now that you know what to avoid, the real question is, what should you eat instead to rebuild strength, fight inflammation, and regain the vitality you deserve? 8. What should you eat instead? Now that we've uncovered the meats that slowly rob your legs of their strength, the natural question becomes, what should you eat instead? What choices can help you walk longer, stand stronger, and live better without pain, stiffness, or fear of falling? The answer lies not in giving up meat entirely, but in choosing nutrient rich, anti inflammatory proteins that truly nourish your aging body. As we grow older, our needs become more specific. We need foods that fight inflammation, support circulation, preserve muscle mass, and protect the joints that carry us through each day. Every bite matters more now than ever. Start by reaching for lean, unprocessed meats like grilled skinless chicken breast or turkey. These are excellent sources of high quality protein without the heavy sodium or chemical preservatives found in processed meats. They're gentle on your heart, supportive of your muscles, and easy to digest, giving your legs the strength to keep moving. Fish, especially wild caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are a gift to aging muscles and joints. Rich in omega 3 fatty acids, these foods help reduce inflammation in the knees, hips, and ankles. They also support brain health and heart function, two vital pillars of independence in later life. Don't overlook plant based proteins either. Beans, lentils, tofu, and quinoa are powerful allies in maintaining strength. They're packed with fiber, minerals like magnesium and potassium, and anti inflammatory compounds that work quietly to protect your mobility. Pair your proteins with plenty of colorful vegetables. Spinach, sweet potatoes, beets, and broccoli all help improve circulation and provide antioxidants that fight aging from the inside out. Remember, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live stronger. The foods you choose today shape the life you'll lead tomorrow. By trading processed, harmful meats for nourishing, whole foods, you're not just making a dietary choice, you're making a decision to stay independent, active, and fully present for the moments that matter most. Because while aging is inevitable, decline is not. And your legs, those strong, faithful companions, deserve every bit of support you can give them. A final word: your legs carry more than your weight, they carry your life. There comes a point in life not marked by a birthday but by a quiet moment when we begin to see time differently. We look back with gratitude, ahead with clarity, and inward with purpose. For those of us in our 60s, 70s, or beyond, the conversation around health is no longer about appearance or keeping up. It's about preserving the freedom to move, to live, to stay connected to the people and places we love. Your legs may seem like just limbs, but they are so much more. They carry you across your home each morning. They hold you steady as you embrace your grandchildren. They allow you to walk through your memories and toward new moments yet to come. When they weaken, it's not just your body that suffers. It's your independence, your confidence, your joy. I say this not as a doctor or a health guru, but as someone who has lived long enough to know what truly matters. I've seen peers, friends, and even family ignore the warning signs, brushing off fatigue, stiffness, swelling, as just old age. But aging doesn't have to mean giving up strength. It means becoming wiser about what we allow into our lives, on our plates, and in our habits. The meats we discussed earlier may taste familiar or convenient, but if they're quietly breaking down the very muscles that help us live fully, we owe it to ourselves to make a change. Not out of fear, but out of love. Love for our own bodies, for the years we have left, and for the people who depend on us to stay strong. Eating better is not about perfection. It's about intention. Every small choice, a better cut of meat, one less processed meal, one more serving of vegetables, is a step forward, a step toward preserving our legs, our balance, and our ability to walk through life with dignity. I've learned that strength in our later years is not just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. It's having the courage to say, I want more life in my years, not just years in my life. It's deciding that you're not done moving forward. So take care of your legs, feed them well, honor them, because they've carried you this far, and with the right care, they'll carry you even farther. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with senior health tips. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.